Welcome back. There we go. Welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to see if my dad will think it's possible that something supernatural occurred in Hinterkaifeck, Germany, in 1922. The event that happened is considered one of Germany's greatest unsolved mysteries to this day.
Yeah. How did Charlie Chaplin almost rule the world with a silly mustache?
Not that one.
Oh.
Go to the next picture. We're gonna be flowing through pictures this time. I have to warn you. All right. The farm was located surrounded by forest about 40 miles north of Munich.
What?
Let me restart. The farm was located surrounded by forest about 40 miles north of Munich. Living on the farm was 63-year-old Andreas Gruber, his wife 72-year-old Kazilia Gruber, their daughter 33-year-old Victoria Gabriel, and two grandchildren 7-year-old Kazilia and 2-year-old Joseph. Not only were they all murdered, but the story gets really complicated. So
our expert said complicated is her middle name. Or was it constipated? I can't remember what.
Oh, it sure ain't constipated.
Oh, it ain't constipated.
So
she'll get this.
Go to the next picture.
Man,
we're gonna be zooming. Victoria had married a man named Carl Gabriel, but he was reported killed during World War I. In 1915, Andrew and his daughter were both convicted of hanging in an incestuous relation.
Incestuous, you moron.
Oh.
Incestuous.
It was reported that her son Joseph was the result of the.
Can you help him with these words?
Joseph.
It's a J.
It's a J. It can't be Joseph.
Jesus.
Yeah, but that's Spanish. This is German. It was the result of a relationship with her father. Andrea spent a year in jail while Andre?
Or Andrea.
Okay. Andrea spent a year in jail while Victoria spent a month behind bars.
And they make fun of people from the South. At least down here we keep it kissing cousins. I mean, them two right there are just nasty.
Ew, why would you bring that? Go to the next picture. Strange occurrences begin. Why did you kick me? Do I have like a?
You have been studying Daffy Duck or something. I'm fixing to knock you upside the back of your head.
That'll straighten him up.
Strange occurrences began to happen on the farm a few months before the murders. Andres told neighbors that he found strange footprints. What'd you say it was? Andres told neighbors that he found strange footprints in the snow leading to the barn, but none leaving the barn. He heard footsteps in the attic, but a thorough search revealed nothing. A house key had almost come up missing just a few days before the murders. Their maid, Krasinz's Rieger, quit because of the strange sounds coming from the attic. She thought the farm was haunted and refused to remain. The new maid, Maria Baumgardner, arrived on Friday, March 21, 1922. What occurred that night is a mystery.
Wait a minute. Key's missing.
Yeah.
All right. Somebody's walking in the attic. Footprints coming to the farm but not leaving. What's there to get upset? Miss a little sleepover.
It's spooky.
Well, he wasn't too worried about it.
Go to the next picture. You'll see. Let me finish the story here. Andres, his wife Cecilia, their daughter Victoria, and granddaughter Cecilia were lured one at a time to the barn and murdered. Andres' wife Cecilia had been strangled and had several blows to the head by a pickaxe. Andres had been beaten about the face with bones protruding. Victoria had 9 blows to the head and 1 to her face. Her 7-year-old daughter had a shattered jaw and multiple wounds to her face and neck.
Hey, expert.
Yeah.
How do they know they was lured out there one at a time?
Well, I guess there wasn't a blood trail back and forth, and they just found them there in the barn dead.
See why we got the expert on here? She knows everything there is to know about murders.
Better than our last expert.
Yeah.
The autopsy. Next page.
You slap him.
Next page.
Next page.
There's a dog going off in the background. You have to
Of
forgive
course,
it.
always.
The autopsy showed the 3 adults died instantly, but the child lay there for several hours before going into shock. She had pulled handfuls of her hair out as she suffered. Whoever did this then entered the house and killed the 2-year-old Joseph with a single blow to the head. Maria, the maid, was killed in her bed with several blows to the head. All the faces were covered.
Why'd they do that, expert?
Well, studies have shown if the face of the victim is covered, and more than likely the perpetrator knew them personally.
So he thought they was ugly and didn't want to see their face?
Oh, yeah, no. It's a guilt thing. They don't want them looking at them.
Well, he ought to be guilty.
Well, yeah.
What a dork.
Things get big, big.
What'd he say? I can't stand it when he gets off in that pig lap.
Things get even more don't call me a pig. Things get even more disturbing. The dog and farm animals have been cared for in the days following the murders. The killer lived in the house for up to 4 days following the murders and ate the family's food. A fire had been kept during the day after the murder because neighbors saw smoke leaving the chimney. Theft was ruled out because there was a large sum of money in the house remaining untouched. Interviewers interviewing the original maid Kresnesrieger, she told them the place was haunted because of the strange noises in the attic and the feeling of always being watched.
You know what? I bet this place is haunted. When Gump lived here, I always felt like I was being watched and listened to. You reckon it's haunted?
I don't know.
Or did it have something to do with her?
What number picture are we on?
Man, you always asking me a bunch of stuff. 6.
Oh, we're supposed to be on 7.
Oh, there they are in the barn.
Okay, go to the next picture. Hurry, I don't want to look at this long.
Yeah.
Authorities did come up with several suspects, but no one was ever charged. The first man was a man who Victoria had been dating. Lorenz Schuttelbeiner had been engaged to Victoria before Andries put a stop to the wedding. Lorenz led the search party that finally found the bodies.
Say his last name again.
Schuldenbeiner.
And you make fun of me when I talk like him.
Look at the last name. It says it right there.
But I talk like him. Why you get mad at me when I do that?
I'm not imitating anyone.
Yes, you are.
Schlittenbauer.
That's kind of what I said.
Not really.
And that's him right there.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
What?
Kind of creepy looking.
Witnesses reported he acted strange, handling the bodies as if he were used to it. Police believed he didn't want to pay child support, and Andreas was attempting to say 2-year-old Joseph belonged to him. Police couldn't put Lorenz at the crime scene and believed he acted strange because he was in shock.
Yeah, if I ever come up on some nasty, mangled up bodies, I'm going to put my hands all over them.
Ew.
Feel
you don't
over
know.
them and all
Hey,
that. Right.
To be fair, you don't. Shock affects everybody differently. To be fair, to play devil's advocate here a little bit.
That's the expert. She knows all about that.
Well, it is true. You never know how somebody's going to act when they're in shock.
With a name like he's got, I'd be in shock when the first teacher told me to spell it.
Go to the next picture.
Man, he's bossy.
They then came up with another theory and suspect. Police believed that Carl Gabriel hadn't been killed in action in 1914. They thought he may have returned home to find that Victoria had another child while he was away, and out of rage murdered the entire family. Witnesses who served with him told police they were certain this wasn't true because they had seen the body.
Did they go in and shock and fill him up too?
Fill him up?
Yeah, like this other cat, Schlitzenberger.
Next page. No, by the way, he was just. Never mind. The police's next theory was that Andreas had become violent and killed his family and maid. They believed he possibly killed himself with the pickaxe. After further study, it was determined that he couldn't have killed himself in this manner. So yeah,
Duh.
I'm letting you digest that. I know you're looking at me weird.
So you say he... What?
I was waiting on you to... Okay, whatever. Police determined that whoever had done this knew their way around the farm. They also had a grudge of some kind against the family. They had left all the money belonging to the family inside the house when they finally left. Next page.
Next page.
Yeah. What? Him burping? Does it all the time. I'm gonna read slower. The police then zeroed in on a pair of brothers. Their name was Adolf and Anton Gump. These men were considered political fanatics.
You say Gump?
Yeah. And Adolf. These men were considered political fanatics and were rumored to have murdered Polish farmers before. Polish farmers before. Their sister, grandson Cynthia Mayer, had stated that she lay dying that it was her brother that murdered the Grubber family. Adolf died and Anton was eventually released for lack of evidence.
So what was Forrest Gump doing in Germany and hacking up people with a pickaxe?
This could actually go along with that theory of like
Hey, I can read
reincarnation.
I can decipher what this picture says if you want me to.
What?
German, I can read in German.
Oh, please.
You want me to tell you what that says?
No, not really, but go for it.
You want me to, expert?
Yeah, have them.
Oh no.
6 up your in
Nope,
there.
stop. That's it. That's good. We're good there. We're good there. No, we're really great there. That's it. That's the end of the episode. Yeah.
All of them kindergarten.
I thought you were done. Why are you still going?
Des Grons, London,
hey,
Shower,
this is
Mungan,
not going to last long. This episode's not gonna last.
Well, I read it. Told you I could.
Go to the next picture. I should have asked you to do that during.
Slow down, Joe.
Police received a letter in 1971 that claimed two brothers named Carl and Andres had admitted committing the murders. The letter was interesting, but there was nothing in the letter that could be verified. Another story is circulated.
Circumcised.
No, another story circulated by a man named Joseph Betts. He claimed a man he worked with had asked him to help him rob a man who had incest with his daughter. When he refused, the man named Peter Weber had never mentioned it again. However, no money was missing from the house.
Yeah. Peter Weber. He wasn't the sharpest knife in our class. Hacked up a family, ate their food, hung out a few days, forgot to take the money. Boy, I bet he feels stupid now. And he knew about the incest. I didn't know about that incest.
I just wrote it down. He might have learned it somehow. Can we go to the next picture? Oh, I don't like that one. The May Crescens Rager believed the murders to have been committed by two brothers named Anton and Carl Bischler. I gotta be careful with this one. Bischler? She heard them say the entire family ought to be dead. She also stated that the Grubber's dog barked at everyone who arrived at the house, except Anton Bischler. How do you pronounce that last name? That can't be right. It's hard.
Yeah, I'll go with what you said.
She believed their motive was also the family fortune that remained untouched. So that didn't really make any sense.
The dog didn't bark, so he's guilty. Could you somebody trying to pull that here?
Go next.
What do they call that? Ain't it bullfrogging or something? Don't they call it bullfrogging when you sneak in somebody's house and live?
No, that's dogs.
Huh?
That's dogs.
Dogs.
Oh, you mean what it's called when they... Oh, I thought you were talking about
like
what
somebody
barks.
sneaks in your house, it's called bullfrogging, ain't it?
No.
Could you imagine somebody trying to do that here? These dogs bark when they hear a gnat fart 300 yards away, much less somebody trying to bullfrog in our house.
No.
I don't think it's bullfrog. Is it not? Hopping?
Tomato.
Oh, go to the next picture. She also suspected two more men, Joseph and Andreas Thaler, were brothers, and they questioned her repeatedly about how much money was in the house. She refused to tell them anything, but she reported that Joseph had already learned where every member of the house slept. Now for the final whoa. Sorry. She refused to tell them anything, but she reported that Joseph
I got it.
Okay.
She did it. The maid did it. What was her name?
I don't want to say it again.
Bishop?
No, it's Corinsen's Rager. I feel disrespectful getting these names wrong.
I think she did it.
Why?
Well, how'd she know to leave the night? She quit the job the night before this happened. And now she's throwing everybody under the bus that she knows but herself. And she's saying, well, they didn't bark at this guy, so it had to be him. Or these guys knew where everybody slept. Well, she knew where everybody slept, and the dog wouldn't bark at her.
Exactly.
You think she did it, expert?
It could be.
Maybe she's just scared.
Well, I mean, she knows the family. Their faces were covered.
I'll let the dog in while you talk.
The dogs didn't bark, so, I mean, it makes sense.
Hey, are you screaming? Maybe somebody's frogging in our house. Maybe that's what.
No, we just have dumb dogs.
Okay, next page.
Next page.
Living from the train.
I've seen that before somewhere.
Now for the final suspect. Remember the Villisca axe murder house in Iowa? Well, according to Bill James, the author of the book, The Man from the Train, the same murdered is responsible for both of these crimes. He believed a German immigrant named Paul Mueller was the responsible party. There were other axe murderers that also was believed to have committed these crimes. Also, besides using a regular axe, his second favorite weapon was a pickaxe. Coincidence?
I had a professor in college named Mueller. He was a weird duck.
That doesn't have anything to do.
He was German, but he didn't look it. He had red hair and a big schnoz. But he's kind of goofy looking. He wasn't a good looking redhead like me.
That's debatable. Look, I'm saying that the pickaxe thing's not a coincidence. Open your eyes.
I am. All I can see is the man from the train.
Well, go to the next picture. You'll see something different.
Okay, good. Oh, they left the mailbox.
No! A year later, the entire farm was destroyed, so the ugly incident could be forgotten. All the victims' skulls were removed and sent to Munich to be examined, and were then lost during World War II. With the amount of crying from the dogs going on back there, we might need to check our attic. I'm not gonna be honest.
Yeah, really.
Were then lost during World War II. A German police academy used the case as a cold case study and were unable to solve the crime. But they did arrive at some conclusion because they didn't want to offend any surviving family members. They refused to release their findings.
Well, that makes sense. We solved the case of the century. Entire family murdered, but we're afraid to tell anybody in case one of them survived long enough to have a kid before they died with a pickaxe in her head.
Jeez.
How goofy are the Germans? Come on, man.
Look at you goofy.
They do live beside Poland and not too far from Russia. So that pretty much answers that question, don't it? We know stuff we're not going to tell anybody because it might offend the survivors.
Well,
there were no survivors, you idiots.
Well, that's the end of the script.
Oh, Schnitzelgruber.
Stop! This is the end of the script, so discussion time.
You better get the expert on this one. I don't think it was nothing supernatural. I think it was a maid with derangements in her.
I think it was a demon.
No. Neither the maid or those brothers.
Which brother?
The one.
He named about 80.
Yeah, but the ones that she was saying the dogs didn't bark at.
Yeah, the dogs didn't bark at one, and how'd them other ones know where everybody slept?
Maybe they were closer to the family.
Unless she
than
told
they
them.
thought.
I think she was in on it. I think she was the ringleader. What was her name?
I'm not saying that again.
Schnitzelgruber.
Stop!
What?
One thing that's freaking me out is that this episode is talking about dogs barking. And our dogs are at the highest they've ever been.
Well, they always bark.
Do we need to like...
What's different?
No, but do we need to like actually check the house?
Is this like a monument
Yeah.
to them, or
yeah.
is this their mailbox?
It's a monument.
Well, what's this woman doing in this field with that tornado? A ghost? Is that a ghost?
Oh, wait, it could be.
Look back here. Oh, she dropped her cigarette.
No, that could be...
That's the maid's great-great-granddaughter, old Schnitzelgruber.
I think Smokey the Bear warned me of stuff like this.
Well, how they say that? Fraulein
Can
Schnitzelgruber.
Can you stop? Wait, the dog stopped.
Anyway, so
Something...
we'll just leave this up to the expert.
Guy, I'm thinking I actually...
Huh?
I already told y'all what I thought.
And And you know,
Can
I'm
I?
just looking at this right here now. I see why he was having some incest relations.
Oh, really?
Well, he was born in 1857.
Oh.
His wife was born in 1849. She's 12 years older than him.
Good.
And his daughter's born in 1887. So,
Can I voice a concern?
Sure.
The dogs, they're really concerning me. Like, I'm really starting to think about it. Like, this is the episode about dogs barking, and they're barking for us.
and then Maria Baumgartner, as he said,
Mm-hmm.
she was born in 1877.
We don't have an attic. Never mind, we're good.
We got an attic.
Have you checked it lately?
No. I ain't got time. I'm busy. So
Should
there
we go-
used to be a monument there for that woman threw her cigarette in the field and caught the woods on fire and burned it all down, right?
Yeah.
So is that it? What am I rating here?
What is it? A demon?
A 1.
Okay, rate. If they were murdered.
10. They
No,
were murdered.
that's not what I meant. Like, what? Like,
I'm
I'm
pretty
sorry.
sure.
I'm really distracted and scared right now.
I'm
Cause
pretty sure they were murdered.
no, but was it like? Was it like a murder?
Spit it out.
Like demon?
1. I done told you.
Stop! Can you just hear me out? It makes sense.
What the? We got the murder expert over here. She'd tell you. What the demon? The demon didn't have a motive.
No.
Okay. No, we gotta check the
Yeah.
attic. I'm actually getting scared right now.
You go up there and check it out. Let me know what
No,
you
I'm
find.
scared.
Scared. Big sissy.
Okay, we gotta go check the attic. We gotta go check the attic. End the episode. End the episode now.
Right now.
Yes, I'm actually getting scared right now.
TNT out.